My name is Edgar Barron. It's Edgar Barron. Okay, Barron, Barron. I am the general manager at Morgan Muscle.
All right, so as you are aware, we're gonna have some pretty nasty weather coming in, icy roads, the whole nine, snow. What are some good rule of thumb for folks to kind of keep in mind when driving in this?
I think the most important thing to keep in mind actually is going to be what's your vehicle capable of doing. If you really need to get out, let's begin with we really don't need to get out there if it's that bad. That's going to be the most important thing. Unless you absolutely need to get out, I would stay home. If you do need to go out, know what your vehicle's capable of and if it's set up for that. That's going to be, of course, four-wheel drive. The correct tires are going to be another big thing. Chains are going to help you in this. If it's icy, they are going to help you. But more than anything, I think it's going to be what your vehicle capable of. Your Jeeps, your 4x4 trucks, those are going to be your most dependables in this kind of weather.
Nice. And at this point, we're 2 days away from it. You're probably not a lot of people. If you don't already have it, you're probably not going to get it right at this point.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, if you're not set up for it, I wouldn't worry. Like again, I wouldn't worry about getting out on the roads at this point.
And for the people who just have to get out and they don't have these things, how drastically should we be telling them to slow down?
Slowing down is going to be a good part of it. I mean, it's going to be real dangerous. I don't really know what's coming, but let's say we got black ice and we got a lot of ice. Most of your vehicles that are not four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive are going to have a lot of problem getting around in this. Front-wheel drive is going to help you very minimal, but if your car is not set up for this, you're not going to go anywhere in this ice. It's just not, vehicles are not made for that unless you have a truck or a Jeep.
And if you are sliding, what should you, God forbid, somebody still gets out there and they, after seeing this, but if you do slide, what do you keep in mind?
I think the biggest important thing is not slamming on your brakes. A lot of people think, oh, I'm sliding, I'm slipping, I need to slam on my brakes. The sliding and the slipping and applying the brakes is really not going to help you. Pumping the brakes is a better action. Applying brakes, releasing, applying brakes, or if you're just going real slow, I would more than anything try to steer into it and not apply the brakes. The brakes aren't really going to do you any good in a sliding situation.
Are there any last minute things people can do in the next 24 to 48 hours to kind of help themselves out at this point?
At this point, honestly, like I said, if you need to get out in it more than anything, I would definitely keep a safety kit in your car in case you do get trapped in it. Blankets, waters, light, maybe some snacks or something like that, just in case you do get trapped in it. At this point, if you have to go out and you need it and you have a vehicle that can take, make sure your tires are in good shape. If you have chains, use them. Anything like that. Salt your driveways. That's going to be another big one if you got to go out somewhere like that. But stay away from any inclines or declines in this icy weather. You're just not going to make it.
You brought up tires. Talk about just kind of keeping your tires inflated in this. It's not just was the nitrogen people should be putting in it.
The nitrogen does keep you. In this cold weather, you are going to lose air in your tires. It's just a natural thing with cold air. Nitrogen does help a little bit from leaking out. I don't think you're going to wake up in the morning and have no air in your tires, but it's definitely going to be lower. You're probably going to lose anywhere from 5 to 7 pounds per tire. And that's going to be another important thing because it is going to drop down and get so cold. Again, if you're set up for it with a truck or a Jeep and you're 4x4 and you have the big mud tires and the things that you need, you should be okay if you absolutely need to go out in it.
Trip, you got anything?
I'm good. You covered it all.
Is there something you want to mention we didn't think to ask you about?
No, antifreeze would be about the only other thing that I was thinking of. Make sure, as far as a lot of these, your newer vehicles are going to be okay as far as your antifreeze in your vehicle, but you want to make sure in your older vehicles that you're not just filling them up with water, because at these temperatures, that water is going to freeze inside your motor and really do damage inside. So you want to make sure you have, your green, your antifreeze is completely full in your radiator and in good shape.
That's a good tip. That's all. This is a badass shot. I don't know if you can see it from here or not, but that was really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a good shot. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. That's all we got for you. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Yeah, man. No problem at all.
We're gonna pair